Alright, hello and welcome to How Not to Noob by me, Remethep. And hello again. Right, so you have just bought Space Engineers, you know that you can do all sorts of stuff with it. And the question is, how do you do anything? So, before we go on to the more complicated stuff, we'll start with the really basic stuff. And that is, to do anything in this game, you need power. Yeah. I am, by the way, doing this in survival, using Space Master, for those of you that wonders how I do things. So, you can get... And I'm doing this all vanilla, of course. And there are 4 power blocks in the game. So, here we have a solar panel, which is pointed directly at the sun. So, it's getting 4 bars, which shows that it's getting as much energy from the sun as possible. So, yeah. It's solar panel, it's free, it's clean. Everything is very good. But of course, the sun will be going away. Standard sun rotation is 2 hours, so if you're in space, that's one thing. If you are on planets, that means that over half the time you will get no solar power, and most of the time you will get less than optimum conditions. So that means that you want to build a battery. I'll just toggle this on. So this is now, as you can see, being charged from that solar power panel. As you can see, these other blocks are turning up red, which means that they are not functional. Yeah. And nothing is really on the base. It's only the idle cost, you can see here, 5.2 kilowatt, which is not much. So, yeah. But sadly to say, this game isn't much about being green. If you want to do something, especially something big, you need to go nuclear. So, in this cargo container, which I have placed upside down, as you can see, you click on this big yellow, you see that it's showing up here, click on it, and then you access its inventory. I want to take out 10 of these ingots, so I press Ctrl and then left mouse button, and it's in my inventory. I want to have another 10, so I'll drag them using holding the right button, and then I can write how much. So 10 for that as well. So now, as we go into the nuclear reactor and place the 10 ingots into it, it's green. And we can see the battery. Again, you click on any of these blue control panels and you get into the terminal. And now, recharged in 10 minutes. The current input 12 megawatts, as opposed to, let's see, 97 kilowatts. So, yeah. And of course, the reactor is burning fuel, as it should, which is slowly ticking down because it's filling up the battery. And then, of course, you have the large reactor, which is kind of a late game thing. You need it only to power huge rigs or major spaceships. You can usually get around using at max 4 to 6 of these small ones. I will come back to why you want to do that later. And with the small reactor, again, press the blue, get into the terminal. We can see it has a max output of 15 megawatts. Current output fixed 566 kilowatts, because the battery is being recharged from the large nuclear reactor, which has a max output of 300 megawatts, which is a lot. So there you have it. And you can of course build lots of these. People are building, for instance, very often solar panel arrays, which can be very effective at powering your base, and then you add in a few batteries and you can run off those. Just saying. And that, meine Damen und Herren, was the first How Not to Noob by Remethep. Bye!